Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing 5 different ad creatives that I found over the past week from various brands. I'm gonna be talking about what I think makes them great ads, what I think could be improved about them, and in general, how to scale an ad account using broad targeting. It's really important to have an effective creative strategy that can help incrementally improve your performance and scale your business forward. What I really wanna point out in this video is that when scaling an ad account, it's extremely important, especially when using broad targeting, that you have a strong understanding of your customer psychology and your different customer personas that you have at hand. This is why when you're making creatives, you need to understand that the creative does the targeting. This is gonna help you expand and scale your ad account way easier. The first ad we're gonna talk about is from the brand HelloFresh. I've been seeing these ads all over my feed recently, and I have to say they have a really strong creative strategy. Now, this ad in particular stuck out to me, and I wanna show you why.
Two things I really appreciate as a climber are efficiency and style, and HelloFresh has really helped my game in both these departments. The meal kits are super easy to make, and they've saved me a ton of time, energy, and money that I can now put into climbing, where I'd rather be putting it anyways. And on top of that,
what's really interesting about this ad is it targets specifically rock climbers. Most HelloFresh ads that I get these days are specifically focusing on the food and the product that comes in the mail. But this ad is highly targeted toward rock climbers in particular. If your ad speaks too broadly about too large of a set of people, you're not actually going to speak to anybody. Make sure you understand exactly the customer profile that you're creating your ads for. In this case, HelloFresh is testing out a rock climbing angle, which is super niche down. This ad really helps them understand how this can connect to their daily routine and solve a problem for their lives. Now, I don't necessarily know if this is doing great for them or not, but what I will say is it's doing a great job at testing out a specific target persona to tap into a new audience. This can give you really strong, relevant data on whether this creative strategy is going to work for a specific audience. Now, if this ad didn't perform well for them, there's actually a few things that I would have done differently to help improve performance here. I would have at least shown a climber meal prepping using HelloFresh before coming to the gym, or also show them at the gym with maybe like a plastic tin of their food. I think it was cool that they showed climbers at the gym, but the fact that they didn't show any food at all in the entire ad is a miss. I think that's gonna make it hard for them to connect with the ad and probably what's gonna lead to low performance in this ad. I actually couldn't find this ad in the Facebook ad library. I recorded it on my phone, and I think that's probably why they likely turned it off. You really need to make it easy for your customer persona to visualize themselves using your product in their own lives. This ad doesn't even use captions, so for people with their sound off that are watching this ad, they probably don't even know what they're looking at. All right, this next ad is from a company called Kizik. Kizik has recently been running a lot of great ads because their product has a unique mechanism where you can put your shoes on hands-free, basically just slip your shoe on. This unique mechanism solves a specific problem for their target audience, which is if you don't want to tie your shoes, you don't have to crush your finger behind the heel of your shoe. I haven't personally tried these shoes, but I think they're awesome and they have some great ads, and here's a great example of why. They're running ads that are specifically targeting pregnant women. All of these different hooks and angles show how easy it is to use Kizik when you're pregnant. Off the bat, this ad does a great job at simply showing a pregnant woman using the product and how it benefits them. This shoe is so easy to sell because the unique mechanism sells itself on camera. In this case, we have a lady who is pregnant putting on her shoes, and it looks super easy. You don't have to bend over at all. This ad also feels very native to the platform, having different text on the ad that looks very organic. It features a lot of different actresses, it moves around a lot, and it has different camera angles, which is really intriguing and eye-catching, mainly helping retain attention throughout the ad. At the end, it calls out that there are over 13,000 reviews with lots of different quotes. I really like the copywriting that's included in this ad as well. A pregnancy must-have, really light and comfortable in quotations, as well as we like to think we're the official shoe of pregnancy, but we're not so sure who to ask for that title, so ... It's kind of funny and feels organic, something that someone would post on Facebook in general. This is an amazing use case for their product that's targeting a very specific customer persona. I know that Kizik has really strong evergreen ads, but I bet you that this has helped unlock new scale in their ad account. While they have their evergreen ads that are more general value-based propositions about their product, this is targeting a very niche down specific audience that also has a very wide breadth of potential for performance. This is such a perfect example of how when you're using broad targeting to have your creative strategy do the targeting to unlock new target personas within your ad account. This is how you're really going to scale in 2023. All right, the next ad is from a brand called Mono's Travel. This ad got my attention for several reasons. I think the fact that the person's packing creates a bit of a sense of mystery, as well as the quotations that says pack with me. First, the zipping sounds and fast transitions really captures your attention off the bat. Plus, the editing style has a lot of quick transitions in it. This video definitely taps taps into the ASMR-esque trend really well. I've even noticed people in the comments of this ad saying that this is so satisfying to watch and things such as that. There are other people that are even praising the marketing team in the ad for doing such a good job and creating such a satisfying thing to watch. Now, the real question is, does this ad actually convert? It does have a good amount of social proof, but I'm not certain that this is actually going to convert, and I'll tell you why. My one concern, honestly, is that the ad is a little bit boring. It wastes a lot of time, and it doesn't really show us any value propositions or reasons for us to buy the product other than visualizing it for us. There's no audio or text explaining anything further about the product, and there's a big pain point that they're not addressing, which is the price. With a $300 plus average order value, you're going to need to directly address your customers' objections to that price within the ad itself. This ad doesn't touch on that at all. Lastly, the landing page call to action is a pre-order button, and it says that it won't even ship until January 31st. By the way, I saw this ad around January 14th. I'm not really sure what the rationale is there, but I would be willing to bet that that's killing their conversion rate. All right, this next ad is a bit silly, but it's for a company called FaceSocks.USA. Now, this ad got my attention because the intro has a really funny call to action that has a picture of someone on someone's boxers saying, giving my boyfriend a pair of boxers with his face on it, and filming his reaction. So with a hook like that, how can you not watch the video? What I will say is I wouldn't have waited 6 seconds to start the ad, but I did sit through it, so maybe that's working well for them. And I like how the song changes when it transitions to the second section of the ad. This ad also is very native to the platform, very TikTok style, which is really good for holding people's attention because it really doesn't feel like an ad throughout it, and it is sort of a reaction video in general. Now, around 14 or 15 seconds into the ad, the boyfriend is given the pair of underwear and it shows his genuine reaction. I can't lie, the performance feels a little bit fake to me, but it was really funny and I kind of enjoyed it. I can personally see this ad doing pretty well, and I'll tell you why. They created a situational story and targeted a specific persona. It really always comes down to your ad psychologically resonating with your target audience. When I saw this ad for the first time, I started thinking in my head all of the different ways that I could surprise a friend or family or significant other with this type of underwear or socks of some sort. Now, if I were them, I would have taken this a step further. I would have continued the ad after the reaction, showing a voiceover of how they can purchase the product on the website. For people who aren't very tech savvy, they may be intimidated by the fact that you have a photo that needs to be printed out on something. That's a customer objection that I can already think of on the spot. So you're going to want to address that directly within the ad creative by showing them how easy it is to purchase this product on your website. Eliminate that how question that's the barrier to purchase for the customer. How easy is it really to get my photo cropped onto that pair of underwear? They don't address it at all in this ad, which is a little bit of a miss for me. All right, and the last ad creative we'll be reviewing in this video is for a brand called Lumen. Lumen is a brand that makes skincare products specifically for men. This ad starts with a strong headline saying 3 male skincare myths debunked. It's also a strange fruit that's being rubbed on a man's face. I believe that's like a star fruit, and then it shows off some acne. There is not only something that agitates the customer, the myth 1 showing the acne, also the star fruit is just kind of a weird thing that's going to capture your attention, but actually does somewhat relate to what they're talking about in the ad. This is a hard thing that we need to do as advertisers, is bridging the gap between getting someone's attention, but it being something relevant to what you're selling. If you just have something that's attention grabbing, but that's completely weird, obscure, and not related to your ad creative or your product, that's not going to perform well. I think this is a clever way to bridge that gap. I like how they're addressing specific emotional agitators for their customer. Myth 1 being you can't do anything about razor bumps is definitely going to trigger some people who deal with razor bumps, which is something I've dealt with before. I also like how it calls out that Lumen's products are designed to smooth out skin and relieve irritation after shaving. This is a really cool problem and solution style ad that's kind of framed as an explainer video where they're showing you a specific pain agitator that a customer has and then continuing to place their product as the solution to your problem. And they do it all while making it very native to the platform with text and subtitles alongside some really intriguing videos. They also do something really clever that I mentioned FaceSocks should have done in their ad. They address a fact that personalized male skincare is expensive and then even show a competitor's price point being $2,000 plus. This is especially clever because they're targeting a male audience that doesn't know that much about skincare, so they're going to show them how high the price can usually be for some personalized male skincare, and it's pretty expensive. And then they hit you with a really good offer where with Lumen, they'll send you 3 products for free, which is pretty great. Now, they don't actually show the price of their own product in this video, but what they do is address that objection. Now, with customers who click through who are a little bit price sensitive, they're gonna have that $2,000 price tag in their head, which is gonna alleviate a lot of that pressure of whatever the price happens to be for Lumen. Overall, I don't have any suggestions for this brand. I think they did a great job at making this ad. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer everything in the comments below. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be making valuable videos every week on Facebook ads, e-commerce, and digital marketing in general. And you don't want to miss it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.